Yeah.
Oh my god!
Alright, all I can say, man, is holy shit, bro.
I was not disappointed.
I enjoyed that so much. Like, that was like one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Like, after a first listen, man, every single song to me was pretty strong, man.
I agree.
It's hard because, like, we just reacted to 9 songs. All right, we always say this every time. It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
always a lot to take in. So, like, I was all in the Reddits and shit like that, reading what people have to say. And, you know, a lot of people right now, they're very, like, they're mixed right now on this album. They don't know how to feel about it, whatever.
I can understand that. It's very.
It was not
like,
a bad album.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. But I feel like some songs do kind of like hit the line of Stone Soury.
All right.
But like, I'm not saying like it sounds like Stone Sour, but I can get how people could kind of hear that. But this is a great album. Like my opinion, I'm gonna say it straight up. Like first hearing, I love it. I think this is so far. I think the only song that kind of like threw me off was Adderall.
Okay,
I
yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be a song. I thought it was gonna be like an interlude. But even that was good. Even I like that.
For me, like, I enjoyed every song. Medicine for the Dead really, really shocked me. Like, I thought Medicine for the Dead and Acidic were gonna be like kind of where they slowed it down a lot, and like, but it still had that like heaviness. So it had like kind of like that A Liar's Funeral taste.
Yeah.
Like it had like. It was still really heavy. It did slow it down. It wasn't as chaotic as Hive Mind and Warranty, but like, it still was so good.
I want to talk about Hell real quick. That kind of gave me like Orphan Part 2 vibes.
Yeah. Oh,
it sounded like. And then I like Orphan. I think Orphan's a very great, like a fucking amazing song. And I kind of got like Part 2 vibes from that, which I like.
Really, a lot of these songs really, really surprised me because, you know, a lot of people like they're saying like it sounds like this, it's this and that, whatever. No one was really talking a lot about Medicine for the Dead and Desad, and I thought those were two tracks that really, really stood out to me. Like I think that they had probably one of the two catchiest melodies of like the entire album. I think Desad, I think it might have been like the pre-chorus. I don't really remember, but there was a really catchy bit in there. Medicine for the Dead, I thought really had a good hook.
I also like how everyone in the band had their moment to shine.
Yeah. That turned out
Jim and Mick killing it, and a lot of the more technical side, like Sid and Craig even.
Yeah.
Which I fuck with. The percussions were amazing. Corey's always great. Same, V-Man, great bassist. Even Jay, I think I'm gonna die on this hill. Jay's one of the best drummers ever, like right now.
Ever? Oh shit!
I'm saying it. I'll die on that hill. I don't give a fuck.
The only song that was like after obviously first listen, I'm gonna go back to every single song. Maybe it'll grow on me, but Heirloom. Heirloom, yeah.
I saw.
I don't know.
I saw your face during that.
I was like, oh, like I don't know. For some reason, like the chorus just felt so like it just wasn't like it just felt very uninspired and like they just kind of like threw it together or something. Like I don't know. To me, it just didn't feel that strong. Like that strong of a song. At the beginning of the song was like really really sick. Like I remember like I was like, oh shit, here we go. But like I already knew like going into it that people said that was kind of like the Stone Sour song, so I expected it to kind of take a turn. But yeah, like. Just like the way he's singing the melodies, very, very. Like, it felt like at times I wasn't listening to a Slipknot song, and I think everybody's in agreement with that for the most part across, in the community and all that. Everybody's kind of like agreeing that song is kind of like not necessarily.
It's not as like good as the rest.
Yeah. Like not that it's not good, but it's more like Stone Sour-ish. Like like he's legitimately. Yeah, he's never really sings that way on those songs, like the way he's delivering the lines and the vocals and all that. But I still thought, to me, it's like kind of like a filler track. But obviously, first listen, it's hard to,
And
hard to
something
judge right
I want to say real quick. Thank fucking God there are no interludes.
Yeah, thank God.
Like, thank God. Like, listen, I don't care if it's at the end of the album or the beginning of the album. Like, if you guys saw like our tier list, if you didn't, go watch it. My biggest complaint with We're Not Your Kind is that we had 3 interludes.
Yeah.
But two like insert coin, whatever. That's kind of build up the momentum of the album, get you hyped, get you in. But
Yeah.
like, why not make What's Next and Death Because of Death like actual songs, like
I know.
live interludes? And with this, like, I was so scared that like Hell would have been one, or even Medicine of Dead. I thought was going to be one too, but I'm happy
Yeah.
that they weren't.
Yeah, man. I think that, like, to me, going back to Adderall, it's hard because like this is the first song I listened to that was like 45 minutes ago. But you know, I thought, like, to me it was like a good, like, it's a good like opener to the album. Like, I don't
Yeah,
see myself necessarily going back to it as much to listen to it on its own, but it was like a really cool like opener. Like it was like getting me
yeah,
really really hyped for what's to come. Like, I liked that spot, you know, on the album with that song. I really want to hear how that goes in the Dying Song, and like hear the album like
yeah.
in its entirety, because we have like the 3 singles in between Adderall and Hive Mind. So like, you know, we gotta consider
I
that
want to see
too.
how Yen goes in the Hive Mind.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, like I just like listening to the album. It's like I got a lot of like. It's like I wanna say this, but like it's hard to say. I guess sometimes, like, because everyone sees it differently. Like, oh, this reminds me of
Yeah,
this. This reminds me of this album. But like, I got Great Chapter vibes like on
so
specific
did
songs.
so
Like,
did I.
they
Yeah,
felt like, you know, they legitimately felt like Great Chapter, like
Grace.
B-side tracks. Like, dude, I
Yeah,
was like that, like, I don't know, like, not that that's like a bad, oh, it's a B-side track, but like it felt like, because I remember like on Override, which is like a B-side for Great Chapter, like there were like certain like sounds and samples and like effects that they were doing on like Corey's vocals that like
yeah.
appeared on some of the songs on here, which I can't fucking like pick out right now. But when we do the full album review, I'll try to, take some notes or something, have some shit to like actually
Yeah.
refer to, because this is just the first album listen and it's hard to kind of like pick out every individual part, because that was just a lot to take in. I think what everybody said, like, oh, you better prepare yourselves for this. Like, it's like, it's going to be an experience. It's a lot to kind of
I'll take in.
like take in at once. I completely agree, because this was a very like, it's a
Very
fucking
different.
crazy album. It's very,
Yeah,
very different.
they're experimental. I would say that. I like a lot of the experimental stuff that they do. Not really. All Hope Is Gone. Not a very big fan of that. But even like something like Volume 3 was very experimental for them. Was like executed well. I feel like this was executed well. Words. Oh my god. I have so many thoughts going on right now. I can't talk right. I think this is a very good album. They executed it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm pretty positive on my end.
I'm pretty positive about it too. I'm
Shocker.
happy with the majority of the songs, like, you know,
Mhm.
because sometimes this is what happens. It's like, you listen to a full album, there's gonna be like those 2-3 songs that really stick out
Yeah.
to you in the beginning, and then you kind of discover like the other songs like down the line. Like for me with
Yeah.
Weird Not Your Kind, like for example, like Not Long for This World was one of the songs that I didn't really think much of. I didn't think was bad, but then after I get tired of listening to like the same like 3 songs, like Nero Forte,
Yeah, I thought,
like I
like,
eventually
you and
found
I-
that one, and I was like, that this is a really
Like,
good fucking song too.
We're different that because like the second I heard "Not Long for This World," I fell in love with it because it's so different. It's so just like I don't know.
Did I
like
ask?
Oh, you know what,
But
guys? This is a one-man show now.
3 more things.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Like, I don't know. Hive Mind, really good song, right? But like,
Yeah.
I was expecting a bigger chorus. It didn't feel as big as people were describing it to be. I felt like the stronger parts of the song were probably like in the verses and just like the riffs and stuff like that. But like, it'll probably grow on me over time. That's just what
Yeah.
happens when you look into shit and you're expecting something else. But those are the consequences. But I'm sure it'll grow on me. Medicine for the Dead. Literally, probably like my top. I don't know, man. Right now, that song really stuck out to me. I thought it was a really, really sick song. And Finale, we'll end off with this. Just, oh my god, man, that was so good. So that was really, really good.
I have one more thing about that too. It's not like the song itself. It's like the video they played with it.
Yeah,
I'm looking at like the thumbnail right now. I think Clown just showed us a new mask or a new variation, like a new variation of what we're seeing. Now I
Yeah.
could be wrong. And I could be like, just be noticing this now, but it looks like he's a tear coming out of his eye.
I didn't even
So
notice
that's
that.
probably a new variation of it.
I thought Desaad and Finale were really, really, like, they reminded me a lot of like Great Chapter, and like,
Yeah,
because there's just there's a certain like technique that like Corey was doing on Great Chapter. A lot of people like didn't like, which I think was honestly like the standout points for me, which I really like a lot about that album, or like the way he sings on like The One That Kills the Least and
yeah,
Override, Afraid Is What You Want. That's what I kind of heard on those 2 songs, and along with just like the samples, like those 2 songs remind me a lot of Great Chapter, which I really like. 'Cause Great Chapter is
yeah.
my favorite album. You guys didn't know. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I think that we need to sit with this, let this album sit with us. Well, yeah, guys, that's it. Again, if you made it this far in the video, remind you one more time that we have an entire playlist of all the reactions individually we did to this album, and drop some comments, get a nice discussion going. What did you guys think of the album? And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.